And we do have breaking news this morning. Lebanon police arrest more than a handful of burglary suspects here in Nashville after a search and chase that lasted for 2 counties.
This has been developing all morning long. It all started in Wilson County and it continued into North Nashville. So let's get the latest from Matthew Torres this morning. So Matthew, what have you learned?
Well, we reported at first that 6 people were in custody, but just within the last hour, I have learned that 8 people have been detained due to this attempted burglary, which first started out in Lebanon before 3 o'clock this morning. The Lebanon police say there that they stopped suspects that were trying to break in at a gun store on Hartman Drive. The suspects drove away, which started this pursuit down I-40. Eventually, police were led here to North Nashville on Formosa Street near 21st Avenue North. It's actually in the alleyway where they found that car. At least one suspect ran away. He was bit by a canine. The 4 others with him ran into a home. That's where they were found. They were all taken into custody. The person bit by the canine is expected to be okay, but right now investigators are trying to look through the surveillance video as far as all of this. The 6th person that they say is now in custody supposedly lied that he was being robbed at gunpoint. That's when a call was made during this whole pursuit. But again, things are still developing. As soon as we get more information about this, of course, we'll have that update on air and online. Reporting live in North Nashville, I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
Matthew, thanks. And happening right now, officers still trying to identify who opened fire at the Nashville MTA station downtown. Alexander Cohen at the bus station for us this morning. I know there's an increased police presence, and they've been talking to a couple of people, but still no arrests, right?
Amy, there's 2 persons of interest who are in custody who police are questioning. And so far this morning, I've seen about 3 police officers and 2 additional security guards here at this bus depot. And this comes after shots rang out at the Music City Central MTA station around 3:30 Monday afternoon. Metro Police say 18-year-old Javoyus Chapman was on the escalator inside the bus station when shots were fired. Chapman was shot in the abdomen and taken to Vanderbilt in critical condition. 3 other teens were injured in the shooting and have been released from the hospital. Police say a window washer on a nearby building spotted 2 teens running away from the bus station, and one dropped a gun in the shrubbery. Those 2 teens have been detained and are being questioned. While Metro Police investigated Monday, buses were delayed and passengers stranded. Witnesses described the scene as chaotic.
It's amazing to me because it happened right in daylight, in front of all these people, That's a shame.
There was many young children right there at the scene when it happened. I mean, everybody scattered 360 degrees.
Right now, police are working to identify the gunman in yesterday's shooting, and they are reviewing surveillance video to make sure all the parties involved are in custody. If you have any information on this investigation, call Crime Stoppers or Metro Police immediately. Reporting live in downtown Nashville, Alexander Cohen, News Channel 5.
Happening now, Metro Police are looking for a carjacking suspect. Officers say the man crashed the stolen vehicle on Kendall Drive in West Nashville early this morning. He then took off, ran away. Officers have not released a description of the man that they are looking for at this time. We've got calls in for more information. As soon as we get it, we'll pass it along.
Some sad news for entertainer Kid Rock this morning. His assistant was found dead on the musician's Whites Creek property in Middle Tennessee. Police say that Kid Rock found 30-year-old Michael Sacha down an embankment yesterday. Sacha had driven a couple of people down a long driveway to meet their ride. Then he was heading home. He lost control and crashed that ATV. Kid Rock releasing a statement saying in part that Michael was a member of our family and one of the greatest young men I have ever had the pleasure to not only work with, but also to become friends with. Myself, the band, our family, friends, and co-workers are devastated over this loss.
A second bank robbery reported in the mid-state, and the suspect still on the run. Surveillance cameras show the man who robbed the Regions Bank branch on Nashville Pike and Gallatin yesterday. Call police if you recognize him. And look at that, the face and the beard. It comes just 4 days after a similar robbery near downtown Nashville. And this is the man that got away with cash from the Sun Trust on West End. That suspect still hasn't been caught. Officials have not said whether or not they think these 2 crimes are connected.
That beard looks like it's painted on with a Sharpie, doesn't it? Wow. All right. Well, here's a quote. Listen to this. It's not the way we want to do things. That's the quote from the new police chief in Murfreesboro, Carl Durr, after several children were handcuffed at school.
So was handcuffing the kids right or wrong?
It's not the way I would want things to go down. It's not the way I would want things happen.
Chief Durr, brand new to the job, referring to the arrest of several children ages 10 to 12, one said as early as 6 years of age, at Hobgood Elementary and other schools in connection with a neighborhood bullying incident caught on camera. The arrest sparking outrage among parents, civil and church leaders as well. The chief says he understands and is disappointed his officers did not make more of an effort to involve the parents and avoid making the arrests at school.
The way we handled this case, we didn't encourage the parents to be a part of the solution to this. We totally separated and had them pick up their kids, and that's not the way I want to do business in the future.
Chief Durr has ordered an internal review of the arrests, and that should be back shortly.